Hey guys, and welcome back to QiYi with Colin. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the QiYi MS Budget Series. So this is a budget line of magnetic cubes from QiYi that just recently came out, and I'm excited to take a look at these. But let's get into the 2x2. So here's the 2x2. It's a nice cool box that it comes in because you can kind of use it as a case. But let's open it up. I didn't actually get the Pyraminx because I don't feel like I'm the person to be able to tell you if a Pyraminx is good or not, since I average like 20 seconds on it. So in here, it's in the plastic wrap. We've got a pamphlet and just the box itself, but I'm not going to really look into that right now. But let's open up the cube itself. I believe this cube is $7, and I've heard it to be really good, but there's some lube on it, so I'm going to clean it off, and I'll be back. Okay, we got the lube cleaned off, so let's do some first turns. Oh, this is actually really nice. It reminds me, so my main over here is the Tangyun, which I think is a little smaller. I know they appear to be the same size, but for some reason this felt bigger in my hands. This is a really good cube. So I have the Yushin Little Magic, which is, I think it might be $1 more or it's the same price, but I think this is just a direct upgrade to it, because the Yushin Little Magic M is magnetic, but it's still a little uncontrollable. I think this is the right speed, just right out of the box, and the magnets are the right strength. But let's look at the corner cutting. Yeah, so just over 45. And then for reverse, just about average. So this cube has a lot of good qualities. I don't think I'm going to main it, because I think the Tangyun's a little better. But then again, the Tangyun's almost 3 times the price, so if you're more into 2x2, then you get the Tangyun. I don't like the Volk very much, but if you're not, I think you can't go wrong with the QiYi MS. So now for the MS 3x3, I believe it's $8, and for some reason I got 3 of them. I have no idea why, but we'll just take a look at one for now. So here we go. It's the same kind of packaging for the 2x2 that it had. It's just a little smaller. But let's just open it. Maybe. There we go. Come on. There we go. So similar to 2x2, we've just got the pamphlet in here. I'm not going to take a look at that. But let's get the cube opened. I already see some lube on it, so I'm going to have to clean that off. Why is it impossible to open these? Ow. Yeah, so let me wipe it off and I'll be back. So I've wiped it off and let's get into some first turns. Wow. This feels really nice, but it's really tight right now. That's as far as I can do it. But let's see the corner cutting. Yeah, just under 45 degrees since it's so tight. Let me loosen it a half turn and I'll get back to you because I think this cube has a lot of potential. So I haven't loosened every side. I have the green one left, but if you're a beginner, I highly recommend this cube, and it's really simple to loosen it. All you gotta do is take each center cap off like this. And then I've tried loosening it a half turn. Just take any screwdriver, loosen it, put the cap back on, and you should be good to go. Yeah, this feels a lot better now. The corner cutting is a lot better. Dang, that's almost 2 pieces. And then for reverse, just under line to line, if not line to line. And then for the magnets, I feel like they're a medium strength. Not too strong, not too light, so I like that. Now I can do algorithms a lot better on it. So, and then if you're wondering, the logo is removable. It's just a sticker. Well, on the 2x2, it's not a sticker. It's actually printed on, so that's strange. But yeah, so this cube is really nice, and it's only $8. So I would recommend this to you guys. This is the QiYi V2, and I think it might be $9 or so. So this is a decent cube. It came out of the box so tight that I could barely turn it. I had to loosen it like a whole turn, and that still wasn't enough, so I loosened it like another half one. And now it's usable, but I still think that the QiYi MS is a lot better. Yeah, this is a really good cube. But let's get into the 4x4. So here's the 4x4. Once again, same box. Not gonna look into that. Here we are with the same pamphlet. Nothing special. I believe this cube is like around $13 or $14. I want to say 14, but I'm not 100% sure. But the links to all these products will be in the description, so you can just go click on them and see what the price is there. Okay, so there's more lube on it. Let me clean it off really quick. So I cleaned the lube off. There's still a little on, but couldn't get it all. Let's do some first turns. Okay, wow. So this feels nice. I think the magnet strengths are medium to light on the outer, and then medium strong on the inner, so I think those strengths are nice. This cube feels really big. So this is my WRM, this is my current main. So yeah, this is a lot bigger, as you can see here. It's a couple millimeters. But the WRM, it feels really nice. It's kind of slow, because that's why I just have it set up. But it has really good corner cutting. Obviously, the WRM is like $40, and this is like 13 or 14. But here, let's take a look at the corner cutting. Oh wow, this corner cutting isn't very good. Like a half a piece for reverse. Let's try parity. Whoa, this is some weird lockup. So interesting. So I feel like just doing outer move algorithms, just like normal 3x3 stage, I feel like this would be fine. And then just for making centers is fine, but parity, there's just some weird lockups that I keep getting, and it's kind of annoying when you get them. So here, let's just try 3x3 stage on it. Look ahead, come on. Parity. So, my view on this cube, oh wow, it's not turning. So my view on this cube is, if you're an accurate turner, this cube would be really good for you, but since it doesn't feel that tight, like if we take a look at my WR, they're about same tightness, but the WR can corner cut a lot better. Let's try reverse on the inner layers. And then here, it just does not at all. So I feel like it's a nice cube. If you're not an accurate turner, I wouldn't get this, since there's these strange lockups that I get doing parities, and that would definitely get in the way of your decent turning. So I wasn't as impressed on this as the 2x2 and 3x3, but I still think it's a good cube, and it's good for its price, and I don't think you could really go wrong getting it. Next up we have the 5x5. Okay, same type of box, same pamphlet, still nothing special about it. I don't really think it's necessary that they put all these in plastic wrap, but whatever. Not for me to judge. Okay, this one has a lot of lube on it, so before we do any turns, I'll be back. So I wipe the lube off, and let's just get into some first turns. But before we do any of that, this kind of looks weird because it seems like this edge, there's just this weird gap that looks very strange. If you push it in, then this one will have a gap. So I haven't really seen that before, but it looks kind of strange. But let's just get into some first turns. Okay, so this is actually, the outer layers seem a little better than the 4x4. It's kind of surprising. I guess it's an odd numbered cube, so decent. Let's try parity. Wow, this has no lockups, and I think it's a really good cube. Sorry for cutting out the clip, I had an interruption. But as I was saying, the inner magnets are pretty nice. They're like medium strong, then the outers are like medium. I actually really like the 5x5. I think it's better than the 4x4. Obviously, I don't think it's as good as my Valk, because the Valk is extremely stable. It's actually slower though. So I think next what I'm going to do, I'll do a solve on each cube, I'll tell you what I average, and we'll see how it compares. So actually before I do that, I was taking a break, and I did 27 solves on the MS, if it can focus, but normally I average 16 to 17, and here my session mean is 17,353. I did 27 solves, and I was enjoying this 3x3 so much, I just couldn't stop, and this, I don't want to say this, but this might be better than my GAN XS. This is extremely strange. It's just, the turning is effortless, so it just feels really nice, and it's a really enjoyable cube. I highly recommend this cube. So let's just get into the solves. So first up, we have 2x2. I use Ortega for this, and I generally average like around 6 seconds. There's no good faces. So, as I was doing the solve here, I got a couple lockups. I don't feel like the corner cutting's that great, but I think the cube could be loosened. But all in all, I really like the 2x2, so I would recommend it for its cheap budget price. So next up for 3x3, I use 2-look glass layer for CFOP, so 1 look PLO, 1 look OLO, and I average like low 17, high 16. So let's just get into the solve. The lefty algorithms I'm so bad at. But there's a 17.743, which is a decent solve for me, and this cube is definitely not hindering my performance, and I really like it, so I'm going to highly recommend it, as well as I recommend the 2x2. Let's go on to the 4x4. So before I start 4x4, you may ask, what do I average? Well, I don't average anything, because I'll get a 1 minute 5 second solve, then the next solve I'll get a minute 25. So I guess I can say like 115. And I use Yao for 4x4, obviously. But let's just get into the solve. that case takes me so long to recognize, so I usually 2-look it. I need to get out of that habit. Wow, no parity. 109. So, that's a pretty good solve for me. I noticed that it's kind of strange, but this is surprising that I have this, but since it's actually a bigger cube than the Aosu, I feel like my look-ahead's better. I don't know why, but there was very few pauses, because generally on my Aosu I get a lot of pauses, because I'm just, for the cross edges on look-ahead. I don't know, but I do like this 4x4 actually a lot, better than my first impressions, but I feel like if I would have had parity, I would have gotten slowed up a lot. But let's try doing parity on my Aosu, and time it, and then time a parity on this. So, start with the Aosu parity. So 437 for the Aosu parity. Now let's do parity on here. $670, and that's actually better than what I normally get. So, all in all, I would recommend this cube. Might be my backup main behind the Aosu, since that's my only good 4x4. After that, I think I have a little magic and then some random QiYi one. So, for these first 4 cubes, they are all amazing. I would say this is my third best 2x2 I have in my collection. So I have the Valk, which I cannot stand. So that is not in the top 3. And then I have the GAN 251M, which I recently unboxed. I don't know why, but I just like it a lot, and it might be my main now. I don't know. And then the Tangyun. So the GAN 251M and the Tangyun are competing for first and second, but this is a close third. So 3x3, backup main, if not my main. Can't believe I'm saying this about budget cubes. It's so strange. But then for 4x4, backup main. So got these 3 out of the way. Now let's move on to the 5x5. So we've got the 5x5 scrambled. This cube is really good. Just noticing while scrambling, I didn't have many lockups while scrambling. Well, I feel like I get more on the Valk because mine's set up kind of slow, but I think that's the best that the Valk can be. But this has a lot more potential, and it's the right speed out of the box, so you don't really need to set it up. But let's just get into a solve. And I use Yao 5 for 5x5. And just a warning, I'm pretty slow. I average like 230 on a good day, 240 generally. So just while I'm doing this might slow me down, but it's okay. This cube is just so nice. Yeah, I can't really focus, so I think I'm gonna wait to say anything until I'm done. Where is that blue? Oh, there it is. Next. Just grab. I feel like these magnets aren't really keeping it all aligned in place. That's my only complaint I have so far about this. There we go, here's parity on it. I don't use the most efficient parity finger tricks, but that was pretty pleasant actually. 236, so that's actually a pretty decent solve for me on 5x5 since I don't practice that much. But once again, this is a backup main. I honestly prefer it over the MGC 5x5, because with the MGC 5x5, this cube just feels really nice out of the box immediately, and these really haven't been broken in. And for the MGC 5x5, after about 100 solves, I don't know if this is just mine or whatever, but the middle layer moves are like extremely slow and the outer layers are like super fast. And since the magnets aren't that strong on it, I feel like if I turn the middle layer, sometimes the outside layer won't turn or whatever. So biggest complaints about this cube are sometimes the layers misalign. I feel like something could be better with this, but and then the other complaint is it's a little bigger than my Valk, and I think the Valk is the right size. But in general, once again, I would recommend you every single one of these cubes, and I just think they're all incredible. So for the 2x2, kind of blocky, but controllable. 3x3, it's buttery smooth and controllable. 4x4 is kind of slower, really big, so I don't like the really big part of it, but if you have big hands, it would be nice for you. And 5x5, it's nice. I don't have much to say about it. So I think out of this, the 4x4 is my least favorite and the 3x3 is my favorite, but all these cubes are really nice, and you can get them at Speedcube Shop Official for, I believe, 7 or 8, and then 8 or 9, 12, and then 15, I want to say, for each of these. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my best guess for each of the prices. They're all within like $1 or $2 of that, and the links to each of these products will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Cubing with Colin.